receiving end of someone who may be upset with us, whether in our own personal life or in our professional relationships. So how to best navigate difficult conversations?
Well, here to have that difficult conversation is our favorite therapy and coaching specialist, Amy Hashke. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing all right. Let's jump into it here. Let's say that your boss or your partner, they're showing that they're upset with you. What are the common pitfalls that can lead to unnecessary arguments? How do you make peace of this situation?
Yeah, there's several. So unfortunately, we cannot control how people approach us in their anger or in their escalation or frustration with us.
Yeah.
But we can control how we respond to them, and that can make or break the dialogue from there on out. So we actually have quite a bit of control in that.
That can neutralize the whole situation.
It can,
yeah.
and you know, cause more productive conversation to occur. But one thing to avoid is the use of trigger statements. Okay?
Trigger statements.
So these are commanding and demanding statements that, you know, something like calm down, it's not that big of a deal, you always or you never. That's going to take something that's, you know, merely simmering maybe and take it straight up to a boiling point.
Yeah, or how about the sort of the relax.
Exactly.
That can be so,
The other person doesn't
irritating.
feel validated in what they're saying. They don't feel heard.
I'm definitely, I generally am even keel in my delivery, but I guarantee calm down has come out of my mouth practically every time.
Yes.
So that's not good at all.
Well, it can be kind of condescending.
A little bit,
right?
yeah.
When someone, but it is really difficult because you can physically feel it when someone's coming at you with anger, can't you? I mean, it's like visceral. Your body reacts, and so the tendency is to want to respond. So how do we best deal with that situation? How do we neutralize? Do we become like Switzerland, like it's all
Zen,
good? Yeah, like what do you advise?
It's tough to sit with that because a lot of times we don't feel like what's being said toward us may be accurate. I mean, it may not be a reflection of who we really are. So we almost have to sit in that anxiety and just kind of hear them out a little bit. But first, we want to be mindful of using dismissive body language. So for example, turning yourself away with someone who's trying to speak with you, or losing eye contact, only using selective attention, you know, looking at your phone up and down. It basically implicitly says, I really don't care about what you have to say, it's not important to me, right? Escalation from there.
Do you think this is too much?
It might
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
Talk to the hand, typically not the best idea. So, I mean, what if person A, person B, they're trying to work this out, doesn't necessarily work. Do you call in a referee? How do you solve this?
The first step, really, before you have to call in the third party like myself, is to try to solve it on your own. So you want to simply listen. And that sounds so simple, but it's actually really challenging when you're in the heat of that moment and you want to say your piece and you're ready to defend yourself and your case. Simply listening. Just let them get it off of their chest. And that creates a nice foundation where they're like, okay, they're at least hearing what I have to say.
But you know what though, finding somebody like yourself across the room from the two people can kind of be that mediator, that guiding light to say, you know what, hold on one second, let's hear what they have to say. That's a voice that's not necessarily in the room.
If you can't mediate, then you turn to someone who's like a neutral third party.
Exactly, and it really does calm the setting. And people tend to be on better behavior also when there's a third party in the room because they're worried about how they're being perceived.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I was just imagining, you know, someone being angry at me and me just listening, you know, like, and breathing. That was the next thing I thought. Like, just try to breathe, just try to pause and not respond right away.
Yes.
Right?
Which is tough.
And you and I were talking about road rage the other day, and this right?
Can you drive with me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm much better in that department.
Oh, here we go. See, Vegas is pretty amazing. If people want to be able to get in touch with you, how do they do so?
They can find me at amyhashke.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all the social.
Awesome.
So,
Cool.
Very cool. It's great having you,
Amy.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
All right.
Interesting topic.
And again, your insight truly helpful. You want to contact Amy. Her website is amyhashke.com. You can also connect with her on social media at Amy Hashke across all of them. She got them all.